Hey guys, trigger warning. This talks about some pretty dark stuff, so, you know, do with that what you will. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got right here? Holy shit. Oh man. What do we got here? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? More stuff to add to the shelves. Look at this. Oh man, we got Zero Grad. Watch that at some point in the next few years. Got Amityville Curse. That one that might happen in the next few months. We got, what is this? Don't Open Until Christmas. All right, that's exciting. That one I probably will watch in December. I'll probably do some, got Blood Delirium. Hell yeah. What else? What else? What else is happening? What else will not show up on the channel forever? Cutter's Way, a movie that I actually am very fond of. Don't want to revisit it, but Blood Hunter, I saw, I think Justin Declue maybe? I don't remember. I think it was Justin I saw really give this a shining review on the old Letterboxd. And then, let's see, Shakorama Video Party. Very excited about that. Of course, I say very excited about most things. So yeah, that doesn't really mean anything, but still very excited. Wow, so cool. Got The Werewolf versus Vampire Woman. Rad. Love me some Nashi. I say I love me some Nashi. He's no Franco. Paul Nashi, very good at making movies that look really fun and then are kind of boring. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, a film that I have spent a lot of time with because I did a shitload of interviews for this. I edited so many fucking interviews for this. It was so exciting and cool to be a part of like this really important film in horror history. I mean, it'll always be one of those releases that people refer to, maybe, I guess. So yeah, this video is not really about opening boxes. I just thought I would open that because it was on my desk. This video is about me explaining why I'm not on social media anymore right now. My profiles are all still there. I'm just not really utilizing it at all. And I don't know. I'm going through like a weird change in my life currently. I think this is what a midlife crisis is like, maybe. I don't know. Although I shouldn't be having a midlife crisis unless I'm dying at 64, which that would suck. No, wait. Yeah, 64. That would suck. That's being very literal with midlife crisis. No, I'm not doing that badly overall, but I did have like let me bring that back just so because I feel like this is starting off on a very depressing note. I'm actually doing great overall. I'm working nonstop. I have a bunch of projects that are lined up or happening that are really cool, really exciting. A lot of work, and of course, with work comes problems. Right now, I'm not sure when this video will go out because I'm having insane internet problems, and I'm hoping that it's just a problem with my PCIe card, my little Ethernet card, in my PC. I'm hoping that's the problem. I'm not sure what else it could be. But anyway, that's boring. A lot of great stuff is happening, including a bunch of Vinegar Syndrome projects. I have, I think, 3 or 4 lined up in my in Resolve right now that I'm working on actively, and then I've got some stuff I can't talk about that's also really cool. Also, like some movies came in today that Thrust came in. I interviewed the director of Thrust for this channel a while back, Victor Bonacore, and then I helped out and appeared in Seepers: A Love Story. Both of these happened to come to arrive in my mailbox around the same time, and I'm really excited. I mean, this one's someone's wrapping. This one didn't come in any. I haven't watched either yet. But if you want to see me in a movie that I wasn't directed or that I didn't direct, Seepers: A Love Story, very exciting. I'm only in it for a little bit. It's a very brief role, but it's cool. It's really cool. Very excited to check those out at some point. Who has the time? And time is kind of it's a big factor in this video. Oh, I'm in a documentary that is currently making the rounds at various festivals. So that's also cool. Like, I'm really, Dr. Deathface is almost done, in the grand scheme. Like, we only have like the pickups and then editing and music and we're good. We're done. I've got a bunch of great plans for movies for next year. Don't I have a light on back here? There we go. Let's get some of that green in there. That's better. That looks better. It doesn't. It looks like shit. This whole office is a mess. But yeah, a few weeks ago, actually barely even a few weeks ago. Well, I think maybe literally a few weeks ago, but fairly recently, I had like a total like existential crisis backed breakdown. The worst existential crisis I've ever had. And like it was bad. It was one of those like life is pointless. One day I'm gonna die. Time doesn't really exist. It's just gonna hit me one day, and then I will cease existing. Why am I wasting my time on this and that? You know that it was that kind of episode, and it lasted about I want to say 3 days. With the last day, which happened to be on my son's birthday, oddly enough, I just completely like plummeted, and it was really awkward because we were on like a trip through Utah to St. George, and we were with my mom, and she does not know what what an existential crisis is. Like I told her, like I was trying to explain because it's one of those things where you don't want to really talk about it, and so she's like, "What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong?" And I was like, "It's an existential crisis," and I didn't want to I didn't want to tell her that you know life is meaningless and I'm just going to die and nothing will happen. This is all meaning. I didn't want to go into that spiel because that's a bit rude. Uh, and and then I said existential crisis, which I thought was a pretty. I thought that made sense to me. That made sense, and she was like, "What does that mean?" And then she Googled it, which did not help matters. So that was that day. And I realized this video is titled something like "Why I'm Quitting Social Media." I'm getting there. So I had this plan. I'll actually get to it right now. I had this plan to quit social media for a bit so that I could work on some screenplays. That's the basic answer. If you just want the answer to click out of this fucking video, there it is. Boom. Because I was getting frustrated with the fact that I was noticing the drug-like effect that social media has on me. Twitter specifically is my problem. I know we all have our preferred addictions. Some people are heroin people. Some people just like normal ass cocaine. Some people like fentanyl. Twitter is mine. And I've always had a problem where if I don't just quit something cold turkey, I can't really quit it. And luckily, I don't get addicted to like really bad things. Like I was never like an alcoholic, and I quit alcohol just as sort of like a cost-cutting, health thing, and it was very easy. Soda, I was very much addicted to because sugar, the drug that has us all in its grasp at all times. And I quit soda, and I quit it cold turkey. I've not had a single drop since I did that, like I don't know, 6-7 years ago, whatever. And even though it has not affected my weight at all, but that's beside the point. I quit things cold turkey. So I was like, all right, I'm wasting too much time on Twitter that is not really helping me in any significant way. And so I said fuck off with that. And yeah, I decided to just quit Twitter for as long as it takes for me to write 5 feature-length screenplays. Because my initial concept was, okay, well, I want to get more done. I want to forward my career as a director. I want to make movies. That's my main thing, so I should focus on that main thing. So what's stopping me from doing that? Well, I could probably get a lot more done in the day if I wasn't paying attention and using up brain space on fucking Twitter. This thing that one day is going to stop existing, probably within my lifetime, and I will look back on it when I am, 50 or 60 years old and go, what a waste of time that was. And that was my thinking pre-breakdown. And then the breakdown happened, and it became even worse, where I was like, I am wasting so much fucking time looking at I think about all the time I spent on my phone when my son was a baby. And don't get me wrong, I didn't ignore my son. And honestly, stuff like Screen Rant was much worse for spending time with him because I was working so much while I was a baby. But I do remember, times where I could have been making memories with my son, and instead I was fucking around on Twitter. And, that hurt a bit. And I thought about, like, that moment right before you die. I should put a trigger warning at the top of this video. I thought of that moment right before you die, and everything just gets snuffed out, and you just cease existing. And I thought about the sheer terror of looking back on life and saying, "Man, spent a lot of time on that Twitter thing when you were in your prime, didn't you?" And there's another part of me that recognizes that even my dreams and hopes and all that shit are in and of themselves entirely pointless. But I've always been a very positive nihilist. This was like the first time I've really ever gone that hard into negative nihilism, and like I was like I need, or all this time it's always been like, make the most of what you have, and so that was already pushing me towards taking a break and trying to rejigger my brain, and then to combine it with this negative nihilism where it was like, aside from all that, your last thought could be, that was a complete waste of time. It just like broke my brain. So yeah, this isn't like I hope no one came into this expecting like a video essay or some bullshit. This is just me kind of word vomiting where my brain has been at. And so I'm trying to coordinate everything in my life now and reorganize and just organize in general. Like this office is a mess right now, but I've been like, I installed some shelving in my closet area, which I'll show you guys once that's all done. I've upgraded a few elements of my computer. I've been trying to do things differently, and it's in waves. I haven't, I'm not fully there yet, but part of it is the Twitter thing and just in general social media. There's no other social media that really like has me by the balls like Twitter does. But I figure, at first I was like, I could try like a different social media, and then I thought, no, that's just trying a different drug. Fuck it, like no, just full on banning it. So I'm only right now, from this point till whenever those 5 scripts are done. I'm only on Letterboxd, Discord, and and YouTube, I guess technically. I don't know if any of those really count as social media. I guess Letterboxd is social media. But those are the closest things I have to social media right now because none of them are particularly addictive for me. Like I don't just scroll through Letterboxd, for 2 straight hours. And they do have positive effects for me. And so I'm trying to use my time better. Hopefully that turns into more time being used on this channel. That did get a little foobarred because of my... It is 9:30 at night. Shut the fuck up. But my internet problems got, all this work that is just like pummeling me in the fucking face right now. Like it's so much work, which is good. It's good because I'm becoming, I'm like a professional editor now, which is cool. And it's nice to have, stuff like this arrive and just be able to see like, this is something that I took part in. This is something that I helped make. And that's what I want. I want to make more. So do expect more from this channel. Don't necessarily expect it to be all Blu-rays, however. I am kind of moving away from that. And part of that is that thought process. I still can't help myself. I still buy movies, but I don't know. I just want to be as me as possible. And part of that is not letting fucking bullshit social media services dictate who I am and how I spend my day. So that's about it. I just wanted to make a video explaining that I'm off of social media. Also unbox a thing, kind of, I guess. So dumb. Anyway, go watch a movie or whatever.